What is going on, guys? Back with another video. I just want to start the video off by saying I hope you all have a blessed new year filled with faith, blessings, health and wealth. And I just want to wish every single viewer of my channel the best for 2025. And I believe, God willing, this is going to be a very bullish year in terms of our investments. And you just have to keep the faith and trust the process. So this is going to be the final portfolio of this series for AI. This is going to be the high risk portfolio. I've done this for gaming and RWA. I will be doing other narratives as well. But anyway, this is going to be, again, same standard $10,000 portfolio. And it's going to consist of 5 different projects, which I believe have very good upside, but they also do come with risk, guys. So you do need to be aware. Of course, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it, guys. So the first coin is going to be AI Tech. Now, this is one of those, you could still call it a low cap. It is under 100 million market cap. And this is a project which has a lot of people who are sort of invested into it. Some people got in early. I got into this around 30 million market cap. But I do still believe this has huge potential from here. Now, in terms of what they offer, guys, they have a huge use case, specifically with their HPC center, which is basically looking to keep, and stop exporting the GPU and high performance computing power to the US, keeping it in Europe, which basically reduces costs, makes things more efficient for different businesses and, people who want to, utilize GPU power within Europe. So they do have their basically their data center, which is the main aspect of this project. So, this is, I believe, in Eastern Europe. And it basically integrates everything within the AI tech ecosystem. They also include their own marketplace and also a launchpad, which is also very bullish. Now, the reason I like this, guys, is the fact of this sort of real world use case. And you can see here the problem with outsourcing high performance computing power to the US. It sort of results in slower speeds. Obviously, there's a compromise for security, and it's a lot more expensive, up to 10 times more expensive, by basically exporting using facilities within the US instead of Europe, which is not efficient for companies, for businesses who want to keep costs low. And you can see, only 5% of high performance computing power is produced in the EU. So what AI Tech want to do with the data center is to increase this percentage and improve the systems within the EU. So for me, I think this is a very good project. I think even still, guys, at 98 million in market cap, I still believe this has potential to smash through the 1 billion, potentially even 2 billion price mark. Very good volume on this as well, and it does have very good exchange listings. One of the main reasons a lot of people are in this project is they believe this will gain a Binance listing at some stage. I also believe they will. The volume is very healthy. They've got some other top exchanges as well. And, ultimately it has a solid use case. They've also got the AI tech marketplace, which also offers AI agents. They've got AI models, and you can see these are real things which you can utilize and have a play around with. So good that they've also, got that aspect of AI agents as well. Even though it's not solely relying on AI agents, it does also have exposure to that narrative. And on top of that, the token has a huge amount of utility, used for staking, used for the product, used for governance. And they also do regular burns of the token as well, which is also very good. On top of that, token dilution is minimal. We've currently got around 1.5 billion in circulation, according to Chainbroker. You do need to double check because according to CoinGecko, it is around 1.1 billion out of the 2 billion. But ultimately, guys, even still, dilution is minimal. And on top of that, they do token burns. So you're looking at around 20%, maybe less than 20%, sort of, early 2025, if this is correct with Chainbroker, which I do believe it is. I don't think CoinGecko have updated this, but you can check this for yourself just to basically, make sure there's not high dilution. But According to Chain Broker, currently 1.5 billion. If you look at something like March or April 2025, you're only looking at an additional 100 to 200 million tokens to be released. So for me, this is still a very good buy. And if you're looking for something which can still do 10 to 20x, I believe AI tech is a solid option as well. It also gives you exposure to a launchpad where you can get into some different sales of various different tokens. You've got Verida here as well, which is also decent. You've got gaming project as well. So yeah, good if you want exposure to a launchpad, if you want AI exposure, AI agent exposure, deep in, very all-round, solid all-round project in my opinion. And allocate around 3,000 of the $10,000. And again, guys, just because I put 20x doesn't mean you should wait just for 20x. You should be taking profits along the way. You do need to remember, guys, some people did buy in very small in market cap. They're up around 10x, even more. So, you do need to pay attention to that. But, I still believe 1.9 billion market cap would be a 20x. I still believe that is very possible. That'll be the first project on the list. I think it's a solid all-round project. The next project on the list, guys, is ALT, probably my most bullish pick for this alt season. And again, guys, I'm not going to go into the depths of this project. Just know, guys, this hits the major narratives: AI, deep in, storage, and layer one. And, this is one of those projects which is being utilized by huge companies, right? We're talking Dell, we're talking Lenovo, we're talking Seagate, we're talking being a storage provider for the BNB chain. They've got their data hub, which launched and is a major success, which basically offers, different use cases where people can, complete different tasks, daily tasks, and you can earn rewards. And it just gives an incentive for people to download their Alt wallet and do all these different tasks and, earn rewards, get on the leaderboard. On top of that, guys, they have their, their storage platform, which is very, very efficient. And, it is being utilized by real companies who have seen a massive reduction in costs. They've seen efficiency increase by massive amounts. And you can also integrate a variety of different tools within the storage platform as well. ChatGPT, S3 browser, Amazon Web Services. You've got different cloud services on here as well. And you can see it's much cheaper than any of the competition. And, you can just look at the ecosystem, guys. Of course, they have their own chain and they're going to continue to grow the ALT ecosystem. They've already got some of the biggest companies. You've got BNB chain. You can see an official storage provider for BNB Greenfield. You've got Tencent as well, who are one of the super node providers. And, I've covered this many times. If you have a look at the nodes, guys, this is increasing every single day, 65,000 nodes. And, this is going to continue to perform, in my opinion. And you can also run your own edge node. You can buy the device required and run it. And it's an incentive to earn some additional income if that's what you want to do. Team is fully doxed, solid team with huge experience, huge advisory board as well. And the advisory board are in some huge companies such as Samsung, Salesforce, Dell. I don't know what else you need to know about this project. On top of that, guys, they do regular token burns as well. You can use the token for the services, whether that's storage, whether it's the data hub, whether it's the computing platform they'll be launching. You can use it for staking, for governance. And on top of that, guys, they do burns every 3 months, and up to 40% of the supply will be burnt. And again, 65% of the supply is for rewards for the miners. So the tokenomics is solid in my opinion, and you do not need to worry about any heavy dilution from this period. For me, this is a project which I would put 2,500 in. I believe this can give you a 30x. You might think that is a very bullish case. It's still under 2 billion in market cap, guys. This could go even higher. This could smash through 2 billion, but you want to take profits along the way, guys. You don't want to be waiting for one level. DCA out, just as you DCA in, you need to DCA out and have a solid strategy in place. So that'll be the second project on the list, guys. I've covered it many times and I urge you to do research into it. Third project is another project I'm very bullish on, GraphLink. Very bullish project, which is very undervalued in market cap, in my opinion. 23 million in market cap. Exactly what this is, guys, is it's a no-code platform where you can create your own decentralized apps. You can launch your own project. It has AI agents, AI assistants. And on top of that, it has its own chain. So it's also a layer one, which is very fast. It's very cheap. And, you can explore on this. You can have a look on the IDE here, where you can import different templates. It's got ChatGPT integration. It's got DEX tools integration, different decentralized exchanges such as Uniswap and PancakeSwap. So, you can use this. It's very good for traders who want to, trigger different sort of limit orders. And you can also integrate it with ChatGPT, and, you can use it for different chatbots as well. Very bullish. And, it has a huge amount of different blocks, which you can basically, simple as just dragging them in here. And, they have, different guides on how you can basically deploy your own dApps. And, it's very simple for people who don't have any experience. All of this is available on the website. You can see here, the video tutorials are here. On top of that, as I've said, guys, they have their own chain and they have an ecosystem which has the potential to grow in the future. It's still very early days for this project. And, on top of that, guys, they have their own AI assistant, and they have a very bullish community who are always posting about this project. Consistent, updates, integrations, and, just this is exactly what you want to see. They've also increased the liquidity pool with an additional 350,000 USD, which is just improving, the whole chain, in my opinion. You can see here as well, you can stake this as well, provide liquidity. They also recently sold 100% of the GLQ bonds on 8bond. And, this again has just increased the liquidity on the platform. So for me, guys, this is another project, 23 million in market cap. I'd allocate $2,000 into this project. I believe this can give you a 30x, and a 30x, guys, is still under 1 billion in market cap. This could easily smash through 1 billion. Again, guys, take profits along the way. But for me, a very solid choice, AI layer 1, and, it's got an ecosystem which has the potential to grow in the future. So that would be the next project on the list. The fourth one, guys, is a micro cap, which I'm very bullish on. It goes by the name of Chirply. Now, this is more unique. This is basically getting into the SocialFi narrative, which you might think isn't the most bullish of narratives, guys. But when you have a narrative which isn't very sort of saturated, you have potential to find the projects in that space that can go on to perform really well. What Chirply does, guys, it focuses on utilizing micro and nano influencers. So, for example, I don't want to call myself an influencer, but, I've got a small channel. For other people who have small channels, maybe you have like a X account or a TikTok or whatever social media account you have, and you can basically use this. It uses machine learning and AI to basically match you with the appropriate audience. You can see here, Chirply is the world's first automated peer-to-peer influencer marketplace focused on nano and micro influencers. And, it basically utilizes machine learning and artificial intelligence to basically match the correct campaign to different influencers and audience. You can see here, through AI and machine learning, influencer and marketer will be paired to perfection, matched like never before. So this is good because it's utilizing AI to basically, streamline the whole process. And, you can basically sign up to this and you can do daily tasks, which you can basically earn Chirply for, and also, earn, additional sort of, revenue through this token. Of course, guys, do your research on this. The reason I like this, guys, is the developments and the partnerships have been insane. You can see the recap of 2024. This performed very, very well. Huge amounts of integrations. And they also launched their own launchpad as well. And they did have a few, I believe, an AI project, which was launched through their launchpad. And you can see, guys, I like the sort of interactions they get as well. Social aspect is very strong, and I believe it's going to continue to perform very well. On top of that, they've got fully doxed team. You can see they're linked in here, and they've got some decent sort of backers behind them as well. And also, interesting thing about this, guys, is I believe CZ from Binance also follows this project. So who knows, guys, potentially in the future, could it get that very valuable Binance listing? Of course, only time will tell. In terms of the sort of release schedule for the tokens, currently around 65% in supply according to Chainbroker, and that matches CoinGecko. So you've got around 70% in circulation, guys. So, dilution is not going to be an issue. And on top of that, they also do token burns as well for the project, which is also bullish. So for me, guys, Chirply is a very solid pick. 5 million in the market cap, guys. A 50x would be 250 million. I do not think that is impossible. Of course, I'm not telling you to wait for a 50x, take profits at 10x, 20, 30x, whatever you want to do, guys. This is just targets which I believe are possible. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I do believe with the backing they have, with that aspect of, nano and micro influencers, which is a growing market, I do believe this can perform well in the future. So I would allocate 2,000 of the 10,000 into this, and I believe it can perform well in the future. The final project is a project which no one seems to be interested in anymore. It is Checkdot, guys. This is a nano cap, 1.5 million. And, I still think this has room to move from here. Now, a bit of a boring sort of narrative, guys. This comes into sort of tracker utility in terms of, tracking coins, doing the scan on the coins. They also offer insurance for various sort of risks. You've got, smart contract vulnerabilities, which we've seen many in the crypto space, hacks, Oracle malfunctions, wallet exploits, stablecoin depeg risk. So you can basically, insure yourself against some of these risks. And they've got around $500,000 in insured assets. The reason this is AI, guys, is they utilize AI to basically, when it comes to making decisions on the insurance claim, they can use AI to basically do sort of a deep analysis on whether or not it's a legit sort of hack in terms of the insurance breach. So it's not really solely just AI, guys, but it does come into the AI narrative. It's mainly insurance, but it does also have that AI aspect to it as well. And you can also track different projects, if you want to see any red flags with the project as well. In terms of the token utility, this is used for payments. You can use it for staking, for governance, and also for the insurance product as well. And I do believe the team is also fully doxed, and apparently they have some sort of ties to GLQ, which is very bullish. So the team's fully doxed, which is a good sign. And on top of that, they have a solid token utility, and I do believe they are developing their own chain, the CDT chain. I'm not too sure if that is out already, but you can add the testnet to MetaMask through here. So yeah, guys, I haven't done too much research on this previously, but this is one of those very, very high risk projects, which is why, of course, only $500 is being allocated to it. But guys, a 50x on this is 75 million in market cap. And, with the growth of altcoins, we're going to see a lot of these problems in terms of, hacks and smart contract vulnerabilities and all these things. So insurance could be sort of one of those narratives which pops up. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. This would be the sort of, this would be a high risk AI portfolio. Of course, it doesn't mean necessarily these are the only projects to invest into. Again, these are just my opinion. For me, guys, AI tech is very solid. I think ALT and GLQ are projects which relatively safe, and they also have very strong upside. And Chirply is one of those projects which I believe could give you a 50x. And then Checkdot is one of those, either it's going to crash or it's going to perform very well. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a like. And I will see you very soon for the next video.